Something you can relate to, 'cause the Bible always speaks about you, the children of Israel. You scattered us, even know where the truth of you, that the Bible speaks of. Oh, yes, Judah, Benjamin, Levi, Simeon.
Nah, it's all good. I'm trying to stop that anyway. So I appreciate
It's on already. Yeah, we been live. No, you come up here, right?
Oh, it's live.
Sit. All right, Shalom, Israel. Yahweh Shem Shabbat Ratham, Yahshua Bashim Shai. Is the air on? So like it. Keep it there. Yeah, please. Yeah, the water. I appreciate it. There's something wrong. All right, Shalom. Let me check how the feed looks. If you could type 1, so I know that the audio is what's the word? Sufficient. Let's see. All right. All right. So today, can you turn the lights on? I appreciate it. So today, well, first and foremost, what we're going to do is throw up these prayers. So just the brothers up here, I imagine. Please stand. Check if our heads are cut off on the feet. Right? What a mess. What you got? One. Cops. I'll put it. Alright, sorry, face me. Alright, so I'm gonna be right. This is right. Sorry. And
La Yasharala.
you said our heads are not cut off, right? Alright. Alright, so you can hand it back to me. Sorry, face me. No, you. Oh, yeah. Sorry. That's alright. Face me. Alright, sorry. Alright. Do me a favor, slide this off. Boom. Alright. Sorry, face me. On the shoulder. Uh-oh, because you don't want to rip it. Alright, so sorry. Alright, Mayo Pion Kadam. Can you put some fresh incense on here? Actually, give me the incense. Okay. Whenever you put incense on here, this gets real hot, alright? In case I ever ask you, so that's why we got these. So Mayo Pion Kadam, which means to stand and face the east. We're gonna throw up these prayers. Can you give me a water? Please. All right. So you can face the east. That's east. All right. Everything smooth? All right. It's the Lord's Prayer in Hebrew. Oh, slide. Abanaw, Shabbat Shemayim, Kodash, Hayah, Shemka, Yahweh, Balakwaska, Laba'ah, Ratazaka, Hayah, Aisha, Baratzah, Kawah, Hayah, Bashamayim, Nadalanawa, Lakam, Paul, Gawam, Wasalaknawa, Kawafnawa, Kasalaknawa, Kawafinawa, Wala'ah, Tabiyanawa, Wanasayawan, Abal, Hawashanawa, Mayan, Ra, Kaya, Laka, Hamalakwa, Waha'alaf, Wataparath, Lawalumium, Aman. Like strong, sluggy. In English, our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Yahweh, thy kingdom come. Thy will be done in earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread. And forgive us our debts as we forgive our debtors. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom and the power and the glory forever. So be it. Hakak in the Hebrew is Hakak, in the English is the power. Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Ba'asham.
Ba'asham.
Yahweh Shai.
Yahweh Shai.
Baba Kushai.
Baba Kushai.
Natan Lanawa.
Natan Lanawa.
Hakat.
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 Laura Pa'ah.
Rapa'a.
Call.
Call.
Makala.
Makallah.
Wakal.
Wakal.
Maduwa.
Maduwa.
Hakat.
Hakat.
Latahar.
Latahar.
Ha.
Ha.
Matazarayim.
Matazarayim.
Hakat.
Hakat.
Laquayim.
Laquayim.
Hamathim.
Hamathim.
Hakat.
Hakat.
Al.
Al.
Wakawat.
Akwat.
Atama'ala.
Watama'ala.
Wagarashun.
Garashon.
Mahasham.
Mahasham.
Yahweh Shai.
Yahweh Shai.
The water.
The water.
Aman.
Aman.
In English. Yahweh.
Yahweh.
In the name of Yahweh
In the
Shai.
name of Yahweh Shai.
Please.
Please.
Give us the power.
Give us the power.
Power to heal.
Power to heal.
All manner of sickness.
All manner of
And
sickness.
all manner of disease.
All manner of disease.
Power to cleanse the lepers.
Power to cleanse the leper.
Power to raise the dead.
Power to raise the dead.
Power against unclean spirits.
Power against unclean spirits.
To cast them out.
To cast them out.
In the name of Yahweh
In
Shai.
the name of Yahweh Shai.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So be it.
So be it.
The blessings. Barakatah Yahweh.
Barakatah Yahweh.
Wa Yahweh Shai.
Yahweh Shai.
Wa Mayaka'Allah. Wa Alahayim.
Alahayim.
Matazab Ya'ah.
Matazab Ya'ah.
Alawat Yahana.
Alawat Yahan.
Ha Alawat Yum.
Alawat Yum.
Ha Saran Yum.
Asura Yum.
Ha Kwatazah Yum Yum.
Akwatza Yum.
Ha Kiyah Yum.
Haka Yum.
Wa Ha Akwaf Yum.
Yum.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Bahasham.
Bahasham.
Yahweh Shai.
Yahweh Shai.
Water.
The water.
Amen.
Aman.
In English. Bless you, Yahweh.
Bless you, Yahweh.
And Yahweh Shai.
And Yahweh Shai.
And Michael.
And Michael.
And the angel.
And the angel.
Commanding General Yana.
Commanding General Yahan.
The generals.
The general.
The captains.
The captain.
The officers.
The officers.
The troopers.
The troopers.
And assistants.
And the sister.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
In the name of Yahweh Shai.
In the name of Yahweh Shai.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So be it.
So be it.
Psalms 121. Asha'ah.
Asha'ah.
Ayanya.
Ayanya.
Ah.
Ah.
Ahayim.
Ahayim.
Ma'ayan.
Ma'ayan.
Yaba'ah.
Yaba'ah.
Isaiah.
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 Ma'ayin.
Ma'ayin.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Aisha.
Aisha.
Shemayim.
Shemayim.
Ma'aratazah.
Ratzah.
Al-Yathan.
Al-Yathan.
Lamawat.
Lamawat.
Regalka.
Regalka.
All.
All.
Yanawam.
Yanawam.
Shemarka.
Shemarka.
Hana. La'ah.
La'ah.
Yanawam.
Yanawam.
Wala'ah.
Wala'ah.
Yayashan.
Yayashan.
Shawamar.
Shawamar.
Yasharallah.
Yasharallah.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Shemarka.
Shemarka.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Zalka.
Zalka.
Al-Yad.
Al-Yad.
Yimimka.
Yimimka.
Yawamam.
Yawamam.
Hashamash.
Hashamash.
La'ah.
La'ah.
Yakaka.
Yakaka.
Wayarak.
Wayarak.
Delilah.
La'ah.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Yashamarka.
Yashamarka.
Bakal.
Bakal.
Rai.
Rai.
Yashamar.
Yashamar.
Akapashka.
Pashka.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Yashmar.
Yashmar.
Za'aka.
Za'aka.
Wa'aka. Ma'ida.
Ma'ida.
Wa'id.
Wa'id.
Awilum.
Awilum.
It's like Psalms 83. Alahayim.
Alahayim.
All.
All.
Damiyalaka.
Damiyalaka.
All.
All.
Lakarash.
Lakarash.
Wa'all.
Wa'all.
Dashikwat.
Dashikwat.
All.
All.
Kayahana.
Kayahana.
Awayabika.
Awayabika.
Yahamayuman.
Yahamayuman.
Ra'ash.
Ash.
Ayah.
Ash.
Amaka.
Amaka.
Ya'ayamwan.
Ayamwan.
Sawada.
Sawada.
Wayatha.
Wayatha.
Ya'itazawa.
Ya'itazawa.
Ayah.
Ayah.
Tazapawanyika.
Tazapawanyika.
Amarawa.
Marwa.
Lakawa.
Lakawa.
Walakakyadan.
Walakakyadan.
Magalia.
Magalia.
Wala'ah.
Wala'ah.
Yazakar.
Yazakar.
Sham.
Sham.
Yasharallah.
Yasharallah.
Iwada.
Iwada.
Kaya.
Kaya.
Noah Itazawa.
Nayawatazawa.
Laba.
Ba.
Yakadwa.
Yakawa.
Al Yakad.
Ayuka.
Arya.
Arya.
Yakarathwa.
Yakaratwa.
Aliyah.
Aliyah.
Adawam.
Adawam.
Wa.
Wa.
Yashma'aliyah.
Yashma'ali.
Mawaba.
Mawab.
Wahagaryam.
Gari.
Gabal.
Gabal.
Waimawan.
Waimalak.
Waimalak. Palashah.
Palashah.
Am Yashabia.
Am Yashabia.
Tazawar.
Tazawar.
Gum Ashawar.
Gam Ashawar.
Alawa.
Alawa.
Aiman.
Aiman.
Ayawa.
Ayawa.
Zarawat.
Zarawat.
Labunya.
Labunya.
Lawat.
Lawat.
Salah.
Salah.
Aisha.
Aisha.
Laham.
Laham.
Kamadian.
Kamadian.
Kasaya.
Kasaya.
Sarah.
Sarah.
Kayabian.
Kayabian.
Badakal. Kwa Yashwan, Yashamadwa, Bayan, Dara, Hayawa, Daman, Ladma, Shayadamwa, Nadaya Mawa, Kaira, Wakaza Abu, Wakaza Ba, Wakata Zalmanai, Call, Nasayakamwa, Ashar, Amarwa, Naira Shah, Lanawa, Nawa, Alahayim, Shayadamwa, Galdala, Kakwash, Lapunya, Raka, Kaash, Abaira, Yaira, Wa, Kalahaba, Alahat, Harayam, Kun, Garadatma, Basairaka, Wabasa, Wapatka, Rabahalam, Mala'a, Panyaham, Polawan, Waya, Wakwashwa, Shamka, Yahawah, Yabashwa, Waya, Wahalwa, Adyai, Waya, Kuparwa, Waya, Abadwa, Waya, Yaiwa, Kaya, Atha, Shamka, Yahawah, Labadka, Alyawan, I'll call, I'll In the English, Psalms 83. Keep not thy silence, O God.
Keep not thy silence, O
And
God.
hold not thy peace.
And hold not thy peace.
And be not still, O God.
Be not still, O God.
For lo,
For lo,
thy enemies make a tumult.
thy enemies make a tumult.
And they that hate thee
And they that hate thee
have lifted up the head.
have lifted up the head.
They have taken crafty counsel
They have taken crafty counsel
against thy people.
against thy people.
And consulted against thy hidden ones.
And consulted against thy hidden ones.
They have said,
They have said,
Come,
Come,
and let us cut them off
let us cut them off
from being a nation.
from being a nation.
That the name of Israel
That the name of
may
Israel
be no more remembered.
be no more
For
remembered.
they have consulted together
They have consulted together
with one consent.
with one
And
consent.
they are confederate against thee.
They are confederate against
The
thee.
tabernacles of Edom
The tabernacles of Edom
and the Ishmaelites
and the Ishmaelites
of Moab
of Moab
and the Hagarim,
and the Hagarim,
Gabal
Gabal,
and Ammon
and Ammon,
and Amalek
and Amalek,
and the Philistines
and the Philistines,
with the inhabitants of Tyre.
with the inhabitants of Tyre.
The sword also joined with them. They have hope in the children of Lot.
They have opened the children of
I
Lot.
said, Lot, do unto them
Do unto them
as unto the Midianites,
as unto the Midianites,
as to Sisera,
as to Sisera,
as to Jabin,
as to Japan,
at the brook of Kisan,
son,
which perished at Endor.
which perished at
They
Endor.
became as dung for the earth.
They became the dung for the earth.
Make their nobles like Oreb,
Make them noble like a red,
and like Zeid.
and like the heat.
Yea,
Yea,
all their princes,
all their princes,
as Zabah,
as
and
Sabbath,
as Almunah,
and as
who said,
said,
let us take to ourselves
let us take to
the
ourselves
houses of God in possession.
the house of God in possession.
O my power,
O my power,
make them like a will,
make them like a will,
as the stubble before the wind,
as the stubble before the wind,
and as the fire burneth in wood,
and as the fire burneth wood,
and as the flame set the mountains on fire.
and as the flame set the mountains on fire.
So persecute them
So persecute them
with thy tempest,
with thy tempest,
and make them afraid
and make them afraid
with thy storm.
with thy storm.
Fill their faces with shame,
Fill their faces with shame,
that they may seek thy name,
that they may seek thy name.
O Lord.
O Lord.
Let them be confounded
Let them be
and
confounded
troubled forever.
and troubled forever.
Yea,
Yea,
let them be put to shame
let them be put to shame
and perish.
and perish,
That men may know
that men may know
that thou,
that thou,
whose name alone
whose name alone
is Yahweh,
is Yahweh,
art the most high
the most high
of all the earth.
over all the earth.
All right, sorry. So that would be two SARs right there. That's what. All right, you may be seated. Yeah. Give me 1 second. Let me make sure everything's looking good. All right. Said understood. All right. Is it blurry? I'm not sure. Give me 1 second. Can somebody wipe the webcam with like a soft cloth? Try with like the head thing. It's a little blurry. It's, I don't know, like who had the handprint? So like it, yeah. That should be fine. Like somebody said. Almost. All right. All right. So we're gonna go over Isaiah 63, the first few verses. As you know, we read 7 verses in Hebrew, 7 in English. You got your sword on you? Yeah, go grab it. Go grab it. I'll read it in Hebrew. Oh, you want to go down this way?
Oh,
Yeah. So you always want to go down your right or come up your right?
Isaiah 63, sir?
Yep. Right. So I'm gonna read it in Hebrew, and then the brother will read it in English, and then I'll break it down. All right. You got to draw what we about to read. So what?
Yes, sir.
For the code. All right. Isaiah 63. It's like, let me check one more time. I didn't even check the Facebook. Let me see. All right, perfect. All right, so Isaiah 63 in the Hebrew. Maya, Za, Ba'a, Ma'a, Ma'adawam, Hamawataza, oh no, Hamawataza, Bagadayam, Mabatazara, Za, Hadawar, Bala, Bawashwa, Taza Aya, Barab, Kakwa, Anya, Madabar, Bataza, it's like Bataza, Dakwa, Rab, Laha, La, Hawa, Shayai, Madawai, Adam, Lala Bashawan, Wabagada Yun, Kada runs like bear with me 1 second. Where am I at? Bagath, Pawara, Dara Kathaya, La Badaya, Wama I Mayam, Ayun, Ayash, Athya, Wa'a, the Waya, or it's like Wa'a, Dabarakam, Ba'a Paya, Wa'ara Masam, Baka Mathya, Wayaza, Natazakam, Isle, Bagadia, Wakala, Malabawash, Malabawasya, Aga Alathya, Kaya, Yawam, Naquam, Balabia, Washana, Ga'a Walaya, Ba'a, Wa'a Bayat, Wa'ayan, Izar, Wa'ashath, Wa'mum, Wa'ayan, Sawamak, Wata, Washai, Laya, Zarawat, Zariah, Wakamathya, Haya'ah, Tamakathanaya, Wa'a, Wasa, Aim, Yum, Ba'apaya, Wa'a, Shakar, Wa'ashakaram, Ba'chamathya, Waryad, La'arataza, Natazakan, Kasadia, Yahweh, Azakayar, Tahalah, Yahweh, Ka'il, Call, Ashar, Gamalanawa, Yahweh, Warab, Tawab, Bayath, Yasharala, Ashar, Gamalam, Karak, Mayawa, Karab, Kasa, Dayawa. Most High Christ. Man, that's heavy. There was some words in there I like, but we got through it. So we're gonna go to Isaiah 63 in English and break it down. Let me see. This is a wild sword, right? Yeah, this is the one you brought me? Go ahead.
Isaiah chapter 63, verse 1.
Mm-hmm.
Who is this that cometh from Edom?
Right, this is a prophecy. Who is this that cometh from Edom? Read that again.
Karon. Who is this that cometh from Edom? With dyed garments from Bozrah.
With dyed garments from Basra. Now I have the Zondervan's Pictorial Bible Dictionary here. And we're going to break down Basra and Edom. I'm going to show you something that they know. Right? So, let's get Edom first. Of course, you know Edom is who? I forget my ABC sometimes. Like, Edom is who?
White man. Esau.
Esau is Edom. Get Genesis. Can you get Genesis 36 and 3, or Genesis 36 and 1? One of those, right?
Genesis chapter 36, verse 1.
Is it first? Does it say Esau?
Yes, sir. It says in there.
Okay, go for
it. Can you read it, sir?
Yeah.
Genesis chapter 36, verse 1. Now these are the generations of Esau. Who is Edom?
Who is what?
Who is Edom?
Who is Edom? You see that? Esau is Edom. Esau is the father of the Edomites. That's like right. Israel is the father of the Israelites. They're not called Esauites. Yeah. You get what I mean? They're Edomites. That's now, right. This is what it says about Edom in the Zondervan's Compact Bible Dictionary. This is the pictorial edition. It's a lot larger, right? It says, It says Edom, Edomites, which means red. The nation and its people who were the descendants of Esau, right? So let's go to the last paragraph of the definition of Edom. It says, Edom figures prominently in the prophetic scriptures as the scene of great future judgments. See notably Isaiah 34 and 5 and 6, Isaiah 63 and 1. She, the nation of Esau, or the Edomites, is the only neighbor of the Israelites who was not given any promise of mercy from God. You understand? Like, you gotta, that helps you understand, Jacob have I loved, Esau have I hated. Like the Lord really, like the Lord don't deal with heathens at all. He don't deal with Moab, Asians, Africans. He can't stand them. But there's no one person that he hates more than Edomites. There is going to come a time where they're going to be totally extinct. Now, Basra. What is Basra? Because the prophecy says, read it again.
Isaiah chapter 63, verse 1. Who is this that cometh from Edom with dyed garments from Basra?
With dyed garments from Basra, right? So watch this. Basra. So we got Edom. Edom is who? Right? You want to write right next to Edom, write Genesis. I don't know if you write your sword or not, if you take notes. Write Genesis 36 and 1. So that's how you show Esau is Edom. You get what I mean? Because people are like, Edom is no. The Bible says Esau is Edom. Okay, after that, what can you say? You know what I mean? So, bear with me 1 second as I get Basra. Basra, page 131, Zondervan's Compact Bible Dictionary, the Pictorial Edition. An important city of Edom, right? The residence of Jobab, one of Edom's early kings. It says in Jeremiah, where the approaching doom of Edom is given. Salakia, where is it at? Boom. Edom is okay. An important city of Edom. It's basically like how California has. What's the capital of California? Sacramento. Like the capital of Edom, the land of Edom, was Basra. You get what I'm saying? So who is this that comes from Edom with dyed garments from Basra? That's important. With dyed garments from Basra. What does that mean? What does it mean that his garments were dyed? Anybody want to take a stab? Go ahead.
Why does it mean like?
No, just don't. Give it to me simple.
A different color? Like change to a different color?
Let's change to a different color.
From its original.
You own it. You own it. You are on it.
To look like something else?
I want to say like looking nothing else. Basically, his garment is one color and it's dyed. What color? We're going to keep reading. Go ahead.
Isaiah 63, verse 1. Who is this that cometh from Edom with dyed garments from Basra? This that is glorious in his apparel.
This that is glorious in his apparel, right? We're going to find out who this is talking about because he's asking, who is this that cometh from Edom with dyed garments from Basra? Go ahead, keep it.
Traveling in the greatness of his strength.
Traveling in the greatness of his strength. We're going to break it down. We're going to come back to it. Go ahead.
I that speak in righteousness, mighty to save.
Read.
Verse 2. Wherefore art thou red in thine apparel?
This is Isaiah asking. Why are you red? Why is your apparel red? Like what? Read.
And thy garments like him that treadeth in the wine fat.
And your garments like him that treadeth, stomps in the wine fat. If you know the process of making wine, or if you ever seen like, how they in a big thing of grapes or whatever they're making wine of, and they just stomp it. And all your clothes, that's splashing all over you. You understand? Sure. So That's giving you an illustration. That's why I said, so we're gonna have to draw this. That's basically representing this brother's garment is drenched in a whole nother color, as if he's just someone who treaded in the wine fat. Keep reading.
Verse 3. I have trodden the winepress alone.
Right. This is Christ. I have trodden the winepress alone. Is he talking about a literal wine press? No. But he's going to explain. Keep reading.
And of the people there was none with me. For I will tread them in mine anger.
I will tread them in my anger. Tread who? Where is he coming from? Who is this that cometh from Edom with dyed garments from Basra? Read.
And trample them in my fury.
And what?
And trample them in my fury.
Who is this that treadeth in the wine fat? You get what I'm saying? Is Christ going to come out the sky with a big boot and stomp them all? No. It's allegorical. It's a metaphor to he's going to slaughter Edomites.
That's right.
Straight like that. Go ahead, keep reading. Somebody at the door, so I think this one. The one I. Go ahead.
And trample them in mine fury.
And he's going to trample them in his fury. You understand? We're going to trample them in his fury. Right? Read.
And their blood.
And their what?
And their blood.
As one that treadeth in the wine fat. Read.
Shall be sprinkled.
Shall be what?
Shall be sprinkled.
That's going to be our favorite part right there. And their blood shall be sprinkled, but
upon my garments.
Upon my garments. You hear that, right? We might, now let's go back to the top, and we're gonna break it down a little more, right?
Top verse 3.
Verse 1.
Verse 1.
Isaiah 63, verse 1.
I'm gonna give you some precepts to go with it.
Who is this that cometh from Edom with dyed garments from Basra?
What's going on, Dustin? Okay, I see you. Go ahead.
Who is this that cometh from Edom with dyed garments from Basra?
Who is this that cometh? We're going over Isaiah 63. Who is this that cometh from Edom with dyed garments from Basra? Who is Edom? Esau, right? Based on Genesis 36:1. Esau is Edom. You understand? Right? Remember the Bible says prove all things. So if you're talking to somebody, you got to know what you're talking about. Show them. Prove them. Go ahead.
This that is glorious in his apparel, traveling in the greatness of his strength.
Traveling in the greatness and his strength. He's coming with the angels. Now I'm breaking it down. I went back up to break it down. First I didn't want to give it away. But Christ is coming back with the angels. That's how he's coming back in the traveling in the greatness of his strength. Someone give me Isaiah 47:3. Isaiah 47:3. See how he's coming. Is he coming back lowly and not prepared, not ready to fight like in his last life? Remember, he said, if this was my kingdom, my servants would fight. He said it. You don't think I could call down 12 legions of angels? A legion of angels is, I believe a legion is 1,000. But the point is, one angel can shut down every damn thing. That's right. You know what I mean? Thousands of angels, right? Go ahead, read that. How is Christ coming?
Oh God. The book of Isaiah, chapter 47, verse 3. Thy nakedness shall be uncovered.
Let me see. Yeah, that's it.
Okay. Verse 3. Thy nakedness shall be uncovered.
Whose nakedness is going to be uncovered? When you're naked, you're what? Just
exposed.
Exposed. Well, you going to say that, right? Yes, sir. You're exposed. What is happening to the nation of Edomites and the heathens? And Esau in particular. They're being what?
Exposed.
They're being exposed for the liars that they are,
That's right.
for the thieves that they are. And that's, when you read the verses above that, it says that their leg is showing, you know what I mean? Like they're exposed, right? So keep reading.
Thy nakedness shall be uncovered.
Uh-huh.
Yea, thy shame shall be seen.
Thy shame shall be seen. You understand? When we don't go swimming with our shirts off, you know what I mean? Because it's synonymous with being exposed and ashamed.
Right.
Go ahead.
I will take vengeance.
He will what?
I will take vengeance.
He will take vengeance. That's why the Black Panther Party failed. You understand?
Right.
Because they didn't wait on the Lord to take vengeance.
Right.
There's no amount of guns or weapons you can have that'll deter the white man and the Edomites. You gotta wait on the Lord. Zephaniah 3:8. Wait on the Lord. Wait upon me to the day that I rise up to the prey. You know what I mean? Go ahead.
I will take vengeance, and I will not meet thee as a man.
I'm not going to meet you as a man. Meaning what? I'm coming in the excellency of my might. You know what I mean? I'm not coming to you like someone you can harm in battle.
Right.
Like you can pierce my side or catch me off guard and, you know, slice my Achilles. Like, you ever seen Troy?
Yeah.
He was a bad warrior, but he was a man. Cut his Achilles. You know what I mean? You ain't gonna be able to do that to Christ. They ain't gonna be able to shoot and hit him up. That's not gonna happen.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? The gun's gonna stop working. They're gonna be, you know what I mean? They're gonna put up a fight though. They're gonna put up a fight. Like if you watch Independence Day, to an extent it's on point. Like, except where, you know, they hit the chariots and the chariots fall and this green alien come out.
Right.
You know what I mean? Or whatever, right? That's not gonna happen, obviously.
Right.
There's no chariots don't crash. You know, that wasn't a chariot that crashed in Roswell. That, you know what I mean? That was them. They trying to imitate what they see. They can't imitate a chariot. That's him trying to be God. Remember, he said, "I will be like the Most High."
That's right.
So what's going to happen is it's going to be angels. It's going to be their aircraft, right? What's some of the names of them aircrafts? Right?
Sure, you got F-22, F-35. You got the E-2C2 Hawkeye.
The E-2C2 Hawkeye. I don't know what that is.
It's a whole bunch.
It's a bunch of. But what are they capable of? They're not weak machines, right?
They shoot missiles.
They shoot missiles. What's the extent of these missiles? Like you know, a missile landed from one of them in like downtown LA. Do some damage, right?
One missile alone, I mean, you're going to do some damage, blow up a building, but they shoot several.
They shoot several. Good night. And they're going to shoot them at the angels. They're going to try. Yeah, they're going to try. It's going to be a fight because, look, Esau thinks that he has a chance.
Right.
Like, he thinks that that's why we got a military in space. We got to prepare, because he thinks in his mind that he has a real opportunity to take Christ down when he comes back. And then they thinking in their mind, once we take Christ down, you know what I'm saying, then we're going to continue doing what we do.
Yeah, that's crazy.
They really think that.
Yeah, that's insane.
You know what I mean? They really think our idea is, according to the Bible, is that, you know what I'm saying? It's like it. Make sure everything all right. Hey, Shalom, Lord of Christ. I'm teaching class right now. You okay? Okay, I'll call you right back, all right? All right. So, like, where was I at?
For Isaiah 63 or 47?
47. What was the last point I made?
Let's talk about Esau thinks he can fight the Most High.
Right. Esau thinks remember, he's a prideful. He thinks he can fight Esau. I mean, it's like Christ, and Yahushua, and the angels. So that's why he has his fighter jets and microwave guns and things like that. So go back to Isaiah 63 and pick up where you left off.
Isaiah chapter 63, verse 2. Wherefore art thou red in thine apparel, and thy garments like him that treadeth in the wine fat? Verse 3.
Right? So Isaiah is asking, what? Why is your garment so red? It's dyed red. I can tell that ain't the original color. Right? Go ahead.
Verse 3. I have
Just here, this is another one. Matter of fact, give me that. No.
Isaiah chapter 63, verse 3. I have trodden the winepress alone, and of the people there was none with me.
And of the people there was none with me, meaning that Christ don't need. Look, Christ has a special hatred for Edomites. You know why? Your Revelation 1 and 7. Revelation 1 and 7. Bible Kushah. Revelation 1 and 7. Revelation chapter 1 verse 7, who got it?
The book of Revelation, chapter 1, verse 7. Behold, he cometh with clouds.
Who cometh with clouds? What's the clouds? Psalms 104 and 3. Get that. Hold that. What's the clouds? We're going to read it. Psalms 104. You have to take your time. And 3. That's why the Bible says precept upon precept, precept upon precept. Here a little, there a little. We go to this book and chapter and verse, to this book and chapter and verse, all to validate one point, right?
Right.
Go ahead.
Psalms 104, verse 3. Who layeth the beams of his chambers in the waters? Who maketh the clouds?
The what?
The clouds.
The clouds. His what?
His chariot.
There it is there. Go back to Revelation 1 and 7.
I'm done. That's 104 and 7.
104 and 3. Psalms 104 and 3. Who maketh the clouds his chariots? Right? Like you ever look in the sky, and it'll be a cloud. Now I'm not saying all clouds are chariots, but the chariots can cloak in the cloud. They can look. You would look like, I don't know, that's a strange looking cloud, and it's a chariot the whole damn time.
Right.
You don't even know.
Right.
It could be a chariot hovering right above your house, invisible. You don't even know it. You know what I mean? Like if the angel of the Lord encampeth round about them that fear him, and there's a chariot directly above every angel at all times, then there's a chariot always around you. Right? You just don't know it. You just don't see it. You know what I mean? But you will see it sometimes. Look up. Look up sometime. You know what I mean? You don't want to have your head down, oppressed. You want to look up, like Christ said, for your redemption draweth nigh. What's going to bring that redemption? The chariots.
Right.
That's what you're doing all this for.
Right.
Everybody else going to be left. You want to get beamed up.
Right.
Go ahead. Back in Isaiah. Oh, no, Revelation. Go ahead.
Revelations.
But yeah, you stay right there. 63.
The book of Revelations, chapter 1, verse 7. Behold, he cometh with clouds, and every eye shall see him.
So he's coming with what? He's coming with clouds. Is he coming riding on fluffy white, the Simpsons clouds? He's coming back with the what? Based on the precept. Chariots. Chariots. I mean, these chariots going to be having lights coming off them on all sides, colors you ain't never seen.
Right.
Glistening and looking like, I mean, like, I can't even explain it. I've seen chariots before, and I was like, good night.
Right.
You know what I mean? I wouldn't lie to you. You're going to see them. You know what I mean? Lord allow, we see him when Christ come back. And we live in a time where Christ returns. We're going to see some things, and you're going to have to remember everything you learned in class to keep you stable. Because for a second, you'd be like, oh, this is really happening right now. You know what I mean? And you're going to say the name of the Lord in conjunction with you living right, and you're going to be changed just like that, and you're going to be safe. You and your house, you and your children, and your ribs, and whatever. Right? Loved ones. Keep reading that.
Verse 7. Behold, he cometh with clouds, and every eye shall see him, and they also which pierced him.
And they also which pierced him. Meaning Christ is in heaven right now on the right side of the Father, sharpening his blade. Right? That's right. He getting ready for war. He not sitting up there in La La Land.
Right.
He's sitting up there patiently waiting and eager to get down here and handle business. Like, you know, like he's looking down, like he's not on his own orders. You get what I'm saying? Okay. The Most High has to tell him when to go.
Right.
Now is the time, go. You know what I mean?
Right.
But he's waiting on the Most High, but you know, he's he's like, man, you know what I mean? Right. He want revenge.
Right.
He remember them beating them, mocking him, all of that. He's in like right now, like trying to grasp this. Right now, at this very moment, in the heavens, Christ is on the right hand side of the Father, ready to bring judgment down. That's right. You get what I'm saying? Yes, sir. Like that's going on right now.
Right.
While you getting ready to get up, or you know, doing whatever you do, Christ in the heavens. Oh, man, time my armbands up. You know what I mean? Watch them old war movies, get an idea. Like, you know, Lord of the Rings and stuff like that. They getting ready. He getting ready for battle. You understand what I'm saying? Go ahead. You got a question?
Yeah, sorry, sir. When it says that he's ready to come for the ones who pierced him, that means that this is the generation of when Christ was crucified?
Yeah. That means what? Those same people that pierced him are alive today.
Yeah, they're here right now.
Are they 9,000 or it's like 2,008 years old? No.
Right.
They died and came back, died and came back, died and came back. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
And they're those same spirit. And guess what? When Christ come back, they might have a flashback of what they did. And they might be Christ's personal slaves, huh? They don't say that, but they're going to see Christ come back, and they're going to know they're in trouble.
Right.
You get what I mean? Yes, sir. And Christ might bring it to their remembrance of what they did. And he's going, Remember, he said in Isaiah 63, keep reading.
Okay.
This is how Christ is going to come back. Christ is going to come back not in a sweet fashion like Christianity teaches.
Right.
They're not going to come. He's not going to come on horses like how they illustrate in paintings and flying naked babies. Yeah. He's come. The Bible says, "Is not the day of the Lord darkness? Yea, yet even no light in it at all." It's going to be a dark day. There's going to be a sky full of chariots, angels. You understand? Yahushua is angry and ready to take vengeance on wickedness and wicked people, beginning with Esau. Who is this that treadeth in the wine fat? They're coming from Edom, with dyed garments from Basra. You understand what I'm saying? Read verse 3, Isaiah 63 and 3.
Isaiah chapter 63, verse 3. I have trodden the winepress alone.
I have trodden the winepress alone. Read.
And of the people there was none with me. For I will tread them in mine anger.
He said, I'm going to tread them in my anger. You understand? These nations are going to assemble as World War III is going on. When you read different prophecies like 2nd Esdras, the 13th chapter, for starters, read that. You'll read about how World War III is going to happen, and they're going to be fighting against each other. But when Christ and the angels come, the attention is going to go from fighting each other to fighting Yahushua. Right. That's what's going to happen, and they're going to lose miserably. Even though this prideful beast of a nation, Edomites, think they really have a chance to stop Christ and the angels and upset prophecy, they don't. Right. You understand what I'm saying? They don't. Go ahead, Swat.
Did he say 2nd Esdras, sir?
The 13th chapter. The 13th chapter. That whole chapter is good. Go ahead, keep reading that.
For I will tread them in my anger, and trample them in my fury.
And trample them in his kindness.
In his fury.
In his happiness.
In my fury.
And someone get the definition of fury out of the Merriam-Webster's. Fury. And get Zephaniah 3:8 real quick. And this is why the Black Panther Party failed. This is why your black militias failed, because they're wanting to take matters into their own hands. Unlike us in the ISUPK, we strive into the truth unto death, and we wait on the Lord to fight for us. Because no one can defeat the Most High in battle. Give me one battle the Lord lost. I'll be waiting until I perish. You get what I'm saying? Like, the Lord has never lost a battle. Ever. You get what I'm saying? Like, the Lord, who he lose against? The Egyptians? Who he lose against? The Persians? Or maybe it was the Moabites. He never lost a battle. I mean, he ain't gonna start when Christ come back. You know what I mean? So Christ is ready to come back and lay down judgment on the nations, man. So I know Zephaniah is in the cut. Zephaniah 3. This should be right there. Yeah, let me get fury.
The Merriam-Webster dictionary, the definition of fury is intense, disordered, and often destructive rage.
Destructive rage. I will destroy them in what?
Rage.
And his rage, man. That's why it says his eyes like a flame of fire. You ever seen, like, in cartoons when their eyes turn to fire? What that would mean? When their eyes turn fire. Go ahead.
I think
they're mad. You see that? They mad. Go ahead. That's it on that, right?
You want to say it?
Yeah, go ahead. Fury.
Any of the avenging deities in the Greek mythology with never mind.
Oh yeah, that's cool. We got it.
Yeah.
Zephaniah 3:8.
Zephaniah chapter 3, verse 8.
Mm-hmm.
Therefore wait ye upon me.
That's what the Lord said. Wait ye upon me. Go ahead.
Saith the Lord.
Uh-huh.
Until the day that I rise up to the prey.
Until the day that I rise up to the prey. You don't take matters into your own hands. There's not enough bullets to stop. You know, I mean, who you getting your bullets from? Who's manufacturing the bullets and the guns you buy? You know what I mean? That's his blessing. His blessing is the sword. That's not our blessing. Our blessing is power from on high. You understand? Go ahead.
For my determination
is what?
For my determination.
The Most High's determination and focus and priority is to do what?
Is to gather the nations.
Is to what?
Is to gather the nations.
To save them? Keep reading.
That I may assemble the kingdoms to pour upon them mine indignation.
And to pour upon them my indignation. See that? I don't understand where people get everybody can be saved from.
Right. Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like he said, my determination is to gather the nations. Christians stop there.
Right.
Like he wants to gather everybody, Joe. He wants to gather us all. Keep reading. Keep reading.
Come. Even all my fierce anger,
all his fury,
for all the earth shall be devoured with the fire of my jealousy.
Good night. And that's why they don't teach the Bible in school.
Right.
You understand? That's why they didn't want us to read the Bible in slavery. Because Nat Turner got a hold of the Bible,
right,
and was learned and could read and started teaching brothers and sisters. And what happened? One of the biggest slave revolts ever. That at that time, you know what they did with Nat Turner's body? Go ahead. He said, I don't know.
No, I do.
Oh, go ahead. Break it down.
Yeah, I'll show you that. They chopped them up into pieces and they sent them like to different parts of the world, like because they didn't want. How was it? It was.
They didn't even want his memory to
right.
Just saying his name,
right?
They would kill you,
right?
You know what I mean? Like just by saying his name.
Go ahead.
So like I was
about to say because he went Jason Voorhees on
Yeah. Now, was that the right thing to do? No, but can you? I'm not gonna speak on Nat Turner like that in this class, but Nat Turner was oppressed,
Right.
and it was, how can I put it? Nat Turner, he did take matters into his own hands, but that's a prelude to what, like, I think of Yahushua. Like, the elite banking families, your Rothschilds, your Rockefellers, people that own the banks. I mean, the Rothschilds' net worth is over $500 trillion. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
And these are the people. I mean, you got the Queen of England, like, and their museums and things like that. They have your artifacts. They have your menorahs and your scrolls and Torahs and things like that, precious things and gold, and that's how they got rich, because they stole it. They stole all that. You ever go to a museum, like, okay, why y'all get to have this? Like, you know what I mean? You find something, you gotta give it to them. Like, who is you?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Right? And you look at them, and they got all our artifacts. If you look at the Ark of Titus, it's basically it's an ark, not an ark like the covenant, but like a bridgeway. It's like a illustration carved out in the stone of how it's the Ark of Titus, when Titus and Vespasian took down Jerusalem back in like 69, 70 AD-ish,
Right.
around that time, when we fled to West Africa. And what happened was, it's an illustration of them taking all of the stuff out of our holy place. The menorah, like a menorah wasn't made out of plastic, pure gold. You understand what I'm saying? Like, we had precious things. They took it and they got rich off of it. And so when they hear us say Yahushua is coming back, it's the same. It's almost the same, to the same degree of how much they hated the idea of Nat Turner.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because they felt like they was paranoid. After all what Nat Turner did to them, and the brothers with them, they couldn't sleep at night for a while.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because they were thinking like, shoot, the next slave gonna do it. And you know what they did? They went harder on us. You know what I'm saying? You drop a little bit more on Nat Turner though.
I got something on that too.
Go ahead.
They were so paranoid that there was a big court case that had happened because they wanted to hang this one guy. I think he was a slave, but he came in the house with like an axe, and he was just coming in from working. And so the midwife, she was so afraid that she gathered all the police and everybody like that, and they came lock him up. They was gonna hang him just for coming in the house with an axe. And this was right after Nat Turner had got killed. And that's where they got the little the thing with the black girl with the pearl, and the slaves trying to escape to the ship and everything like that. Because it's some stories after Nat Turner had died, but it's really deep. Like that paranoia that you're talking about, like it's exactly what, like they started a whole. They try to make a law out of, like, you know what I mean? People carrying axes after that.
Like, what? Sometimes I think, like, was his name even Nat Turner?
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, if they really wanted to get rid of his name, like, how did we get Nat Turner? Right. I don't know. I'm not saying that's, factual. I'm not teaching that, but I always thought that to myself. Like, is his name even Nat Turner?
Right.
You know what I mean? But one thing's for sure, that he read the Bible, and that was his influence into doing what he did. Like Birth of a Nation. You seen that movie?
No.
That was a good movie. But guess what they did? They didn't even allow it in theaters after like a week or two. They're like, nah.
Right.
But all the people that went to go watch Black Panther should have watched Birth of a Nation. Okay. Everybody was dressing up like what's homeboy from Don't Be a Menace? With the glasses, man. What was his name?
Don't Be a Menace?
Yeah. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
my beautiful white queen.
Oh, God.
You know what I'm talking about?
I can't think of his name.
They was dressing like that. They was dressing like Nelson Mandela.
Right.
Movies. Like, black people ain't never dressed like Nelson Mandela. But when Black Panther came out, everybody was African and oh yeah, I'm part Igbo.
Right.
I'm Nigerian. No, you not. You from Watts? Actually, sit down. You know what I mean? You know, but our people don't know. But back to the point, Christ is coming back, and the Most High's determination is to gather the nations to destroy them. That's his whole thing. And is every heathen alive going to be destroyed? No. Why? Because who's going to build the kingdom? I'm not.
Right.
I'm not going to get on my hands and knees to physically, you know, be a mason and build and construct, you know, build gates and no, they're going to do that, and we're going to be in power. Christ's going to give us, or this is what's next. You know what I mean? We're going to do this, that. He's going to get the orders. We're going to fulfill the orders. We're going to be in peace. We're going to know what it feels like to be in power, be in rulership, because this ain't it.
Right.
This ain't it. Working a 9 to 5, you know what I mean? Working 10-hour shifts, slaving, I'm barely getting by. That's not life.
Right.
So go ahead, go back to Isaiah.
Isaiah chapter 63, verse 3. I have trodden the winepress alone, and of the people there was none with me, for I will tread them in mine anger and trample them in my fury, and their blood shall sprinkle upon my garments.
And their blood shall be sprinkled upon my garments. Now, what's the precept to that? You see about? He said their blood shall be sprinkled upon my garments. Huh?
Somebody come back with broken with blood, but he's going to create solemn shit. Blood flow or something. Revelations. A lot of people aren't paraphrasing. I don't know.
You said what book?
Is that in Revelation?
Yes, in Revelations. Get Revelation 19 and 13.
Oh, that's so good.
Yep.
Come. I get it, but
Go ahead, read that.
Khan. Revelations chapter 19, verse 13. And he was clothed with a vesture dipped in blood.
Right. He was clothed with a vesture dipped in blood. That's how much killing he's going to be. You understand?
right.
Go ahead.
And his name is called the Word of God.
Right. Who's the word of the Most High? Yahushua. Now jump to 15.
Verse 15. And out of his mouth goeth a sharp sword,
Mm-hmm.
that with it he should smite the nations,
Mm-hmm.
and he shall rule them with a rod of
And
iron.
he's going to rule them with a rod of iron. Meaning what? What does that rod of iron represent? Authority.
Right.
Like authority. He's going to rule over them. He's going to righteously oppress them. Like Edomites going to be oppressed, right?
Right.
They're going to be Edomites, Asians, Polynesians, Hawaiians. They're going to be under the authority and subject to the rules of God and Christ. Keep reading.
Khan. And he treadeth the winepress of the fierceness and the wrath of Almighty God.
Right, you hear that, right? The wine press, right? Who is this that treadeth in the wine fat? That's the same thing. That's the same thing. This is a direct precept. That's why I don't understand people that say, "Oh, the New Testament is not void."
Right.
It's the same thing almost.
Right.
Not even almost. It's the same thing. They complement each other as far as reading goes, right? Go ahead.
Keep reading, sir.
Uh-huh.
Verse 16. And he hath on his vesture and on his thigh a name written,
You know his vesture is his clothing. You know what I mean? Go ahead.
King of kings and Lord of lords.
If y'all ever seen that picture of it's supposed to be Yahushai's illustration, and it says, if you look close, it says Adonwanium, Shaw Adonwanium, Malakim, Shaw Malakim. You know what I mean? Lord of lords, King of kings. If you look it up, Yahushai, you'll see that. You just gotta zoom in. Go ahead.
Verse 17. And I saw an angel.
That's it. Oh, that's it on that. But verse 15 is the point. So go back to Isaiah 63.
Isaiah chapter 63, verse 4. For the day of vengeance is in mine heart, and the year of my redeem is come.
Mm-hmm.
Verse 5. And I looked, and there was none to help, and I wondered that there was none to uphold. Therefore mine own arm brought salvation unto me, and my fury it upheld me.
Mm-hmm.
Verse 6. And I will tread down the people in mine anger, and make them drunk in my fury, and I will bring down their strength to the earth. Verse 7.
Mm-hmm. Read that again.
He
He said, I'll bring down their strength to the earth. Meaning what? Remember, their mind is in the clouds.
Right.
They're like, ain't nobody can take me down. I don't know if you heard Donald Trump. He was on the phone with some high up from Iran, and he said, we gonna F you up. Like he said it. He said, we're gonna do something that's never been done. He's an idiot. Like Iranians, they forget about you killing General Soleimani, whatever his name was. They're like, no problem. It's okay. Super done to do that. Right? But they planning on we gonna get y'all. We gonna get you because everybody hates Edomites. Everybody, you can't stand Edomites. Go ahead.
I think they're linked up with Edomites. I think they have something going on with Russia.
Who, Iran?
Yeah, they gonna hit us.
Yeah, they
with
do.
1-2 thing.
They do, but they don't trust Russians.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
They don't. But they're working together because America. Okay, Russians are Edomites. Russians, Germans, right? But American Edomites is different. Like, it's something about down south Edomites. You put a down south Edomite next to a Russian, you get what I'm saying? They still devils, but ain't nobody comparing them down south devils to like it.
Oh, right.
You know what I'm saying? Go ahead.
It's like it, sir. That's where it's gonna start at, is with the down south Edomites, because the race war is gonna happen during the election. That's gonna be the inside war, and then it's gonna be the outside war. Outside war gonna be the World War III war.
Whether it happened at election or tomorrow, there is gonna be a race war. There's already a race war.
They got it set up right now.
Yeah, but it's gonna. I get what you're saying. It's gonna intensify and things like that. That's very true. If the Bible says it shall be as a chase road, everyone going to his own. You get what I'm saying? Go ahead, so what?
Verse 6 is he used that precept before the was that Isaiah 14 and 12?
Yeah, most definitely. Read that verse 6 again.
Isaiah chapter 63, verse 6. And I will tread down the people in mine anger, and make them drunk in my fury, and I will bring down their strength to the earth.
I will bring down their strength. What's their strength? Go ahead, Justin.
The sword, how can I say, battleships, and battle aircrafts, nuclear bombs.
Yeah, that's true. Give me more. Go ahead.
I was going to say their weapons and technology, them being in power right now, their rulership, per se.
That's true. What else? Their strength, their pride,
Right.
right? And like I said, when Christ come back,
we got the kingdom of heaven on earth, right? It ain't gonna be the kingdom of heaven in Israel, but then you got, you know, Esau still surviving in America, certain parts of America, and manufacturing cars and, you know, doing what he do. Most High ain't gonna give him the chance to rise up again and build himself up. They're gonna be in a hole. They're gonna be in a straight hole. Whenever they done picking cotton with 23 hours, actually they're gonna hate my plantation ass. Like they're gonna hate mine. I'm so serious. Like they're gonna be in that field all day. You're gonna be in the field for 23 hours. They're gonna get 1 hour of rest. They can go to their damn pit. Whole. I'm being facetious, but they're gonna be oppressed. And they're gonna feel it. They're gonna feel it. Are we gonna do the things they did to us? No, because we're righteous. We're not gonna, you know, rape their wives and, you know, do the thing, but they will be oppressed. You get what I'm saying? Like we're not gonna molest their children. That's things they did. We're righteous. We don't do that. But they will work. They will work, and they're not gonna get a dime. They're not gonna get a dime, right? You get what I'm saying? You're gonna have your Edomites doing whatever. You're gonna run it how you want to run it, man. You know what I mean? I'm gonna have them big back Samoans bringing all the wood, bring it to the Edomites, chop it down. You know what I mean? Fire for the fireplace, whatever. You know what I mean? Go ahead, Swag.
You can't even get a cheese sandwich, sorry.
A cheese sandwich? Look, they got our brothers eating dirt cakes in Haiti.
Man.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He ain't getting none of that. Now, that's just my imagination. Scripture say, I have not known nor ear heard what the Lord hath in store for them that waiting for him. So we'll see. They might get a decent meal a day. I don't know. You know what I mean? It don't really. I'm just going on speculation. But I'm just drawing and illustrating the fact that they're going to be oppressed. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead. Go ahead, keep reading that.
Oh, Salaki. Isaiah chapter 63, verse 7. I will mention the loving kindness of the Lord and the praises of the Lord, according to all that the Lord hath bestowed on us, and the great goodness towards the house of Israel, which he hath bestowed on them according to his mercies, and according to the multitude of his loving kindness.
You hear that, right? Like you hear all the judgment that Christ's gonna bring, but when it comes to us, I'm gonna have mercy on you. I'm gonna have mercy on you, loving kindness, and you know what I mean? If you living right. If not, you're gonna be part of why my garment is dyed. You get what I'm saying? And you don't want to be that. You don't want to get hit with a wall of fire. That's in the Bible. You know that, right? Getting hit with a wall of fire, nuclear missiles. You ever seen Terminator? Judgment Day 2, Sarah Connor?
Yeah.
She's on the fence. You got that from the Bible. Judgment Day.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Terminator Genesis. In the beginning, missiles went off. But the difference is, ain't gonna be no, what do they call them? Little groups? Little, huh? No, I'm talking about like groups of people that, find a way to survive. Like doomsday purpose, whatever. Ain't no bunker busters. All this is gonna be a desert, right? But we're gonna see, just like how you see the people from other states can see the fire of California. That ain't nothing compared to all of America on fire.
Yeah.
Ain't gonna be a Snickers wrapper left. You get what I'm saying? Like everything gonna be totally burned and burnt to a crisp. You get what I'm saying? 1,000 years in the kingdom, you ain't gonna see a Baskin Robbins cup. Like, damn, remember Baskin Robbins? No, it's gonna be all gone.
say, well, just why you think they gonna be gone too?
No, bro, I mean, you gonna have
I'm
you gonna have its creatures here or whatever, but this place is gonna be uninhabitable.
Yes, sir.
You know what I mean? Because all the blood here, all the bloodshed, it's so, this land, last scripture, Numbers 35 and 33. You gotta remember, America is literally, we're under here, I can tell you a family died under here. Under San Bernardino. Maybe not specifically under this building, but probably right next door. Who's to say how many brothers and sisters died under where bones unaccounted for? You know what I'm saying? You think about that when you walk. Numbers. So you got Genesis, Exodus, Leviticus, Numbers. So it's like the fourth book. That's right. Numbers 35 and 33. You got it? Yeah, no problem. We're gonna read it up here.
I get it right now.
Numbers chapter 35, verse 33. So ye shall not pollute the land wherein ye are.
So you shall not pollute the land wherein ye are. Read.
For blood it defileth the land.
Blood defiles the land. Read.
And the land cannot be cleansed of the blood that is shed therein, but by the blood of him that shed it.
You hear that, right? You hear that? The blood can't. So if a land is defiled by blood, all of America, it cannot be cleansed but by the blood of him who shed it. Who shed our blood? You already know the answer to that. You know what I'm saying? And Christ is coming to shed blood. You understand? So, go ahead.
Like, out here in San Bernardino, we got this little thing where whenever they throw like a orange fest or orange show fest, like it rains. And I don't know if they do it on purpose, but for some
Orange
reason,
Show Fest?
Yeah, like it's like an orange show, like they get like the rides and stuff. It's like at downtown San Bernardino, right? And every time they throw it, it rains on that day. Like,
what is an orange fest though? Like
orange show. It's like orange show is the area of where they're doing it at, but they said it's like an ancient Indian burial ground or something like that. So when it rains, it's like it's disrespecting like the dead in that area or something like that. But I don't know.
It could be, you know what I mean? But at the end of the day, it's literally unaccounted bones and bodies underground, like, and blood shed.
Right.
You know what I mean? So, and somebody got to answer for it. It's like you got to answer for that parking ticket. You know what I mean? He got your rap sheet, he got your file. Why you can't get approved for a house? He got tab on you. Most High got his tab, and look, the list is endless. This family, this family, this family, this, you killed this brother for this sister for this, you raped this sister, you killed these children. Like, baby, these families, Esau gonna pay.
Right.
Like nobody, Hamites was in first place when it came to oppressing us, but Esau took the cake. Esau, like, you go watch the documentaries on how they treated us, and then go read Isaiah 63. That's what you can hope in.
Right.
Not buying guns and Smith & Wessons and shotguns and all that. That's cool, but that's not going to save you. Christ and angels are. Is there any questions? All right, so just me and the brother up here. My June. Sorry, face me. Sorry.
La Yasharala.
All right. Sorry. All right, so men of Israel, gird up thy loins, prepare to salute the Torah. So you're gonna stand, single file line. Sorry, face me. I'm gonna salute. So you repeat after me, or not right now, but you'll do what you know how it goes. Yahweh Bahasham, Yahweh Shai Barak Yah. I gotta get you saluted as well. It's like, so Amad Shabbat. So you wanna go right foot out. Oh, no problem. Amad Shabbat, Amad Barak. And you put your right hand on it. And you say, Yahweh Bahasham, Yahweh Shai Barak Yah.
Yahweh Hashem Yahshua Barak.
Yah, 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 which is bless me. So I'm gonna hand it back to you. Alright, so let's go down here really quick. We go with the prayers last. Oh, right here. Right here. It's like, let me, I gotta. Alright, let's go back. Right here. You can go right here. Come back a little bit. Alright, go ahead. So remember like this. Like this. Boom. Right foot in. Like this. Right hand. There you go. And you put your right hand on it. Right hand. There you go. And say, Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Barak, Yah. There you go. Go ahead, Justin.
Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai Barak Yah.
Yahweh Bahasham, Yahweh Shai Barak Yah.
There you go. All right, come on, brother. It's like, you turn that back over. Got it? All right, so now, Amaya walking out the dome, standing face to east. Slide in. Go to prayers and close it out. Slide. Can you start this? Yeah. You know how to do it? Okay. Is that hot? So you can get a. Actually, let me start an instance real quick. I'll show you how to do it. There's a little technique to it. All right. So get a. Strike a match for me. The key to these, you want to get it right here, like under it. You want to put the flame right under that, or it's just going to spark. Oh, damn. Give me a little bit more, give me that flame. You want to pray with incense. Actually, you already activated it. You see it sparking?
Yes, sir.
Boom. And just put some frankincense on there. Preferably the rocks. The little wood chips sometimes don't be burning like that. The little pebbles. There you go. All right. Lord's Prayer in Hebrew. Abanawa. Shemaya. Kodash. Ayah. Shemka. Yahweh. Lakwatka. Taba'ah. Ratazaka. Ayah.
Haya,
Aisha,
Aisha,
Ba'arataza,
Ba'arataza,
Kawa,
Kawa,
Haya,
Haya,
Bashamai,
Bashamai,
Thulanawa,
Thulanawa,
Come,
Come,
Call,
Call,
Gawam,
Gawam,
Asalakanawa,
Asalakanawa,
Kawawaknawa,
Kawawakanawa,
Kasalaknawa,
Kasalaknawa,
Kawawaknawa,
Kawawaknawa,
Wala'a,
Wala'a,
Kawayanawa,
Kawayanawa,
and the Saiwan,
Saiwan,
Ball,
Ball,
Hawashinawa,
Hawashinawa,
Mayan,
Mayan,
Rai,
Rai,
Kaya,
Kaya,
Laka,
Laka,
Amalakwa,
Amalakwa,
Wa'ala,
Wa'ala,
Watapara,
Watapara,
Iwalumium,
Iwalumium,
Aman.
Aman.
All right, in English, our Father,
Our Father,
which art in heaven,
which art in heaven,
hallowed be thy name.
hallowed be thy name.
Yahweh,
Yahweh,
thy kingdom come.
thy kingdom
Thy
come,
will be done.
thy will be done
in earth,
in earth,
as it is in heaven.
as it is in heaven.
Give us this day,
Give us this day
our daily bread.
our daily bread.
Forgive us our debts,
Forgive us our debts,
as we forgive our debtors.
as we forgive our debtors.
And lead us not
And lead us not
into temptation,
into temptation,
but deliver us, from evil.
from evil.
For thine is the kingdom,
For thine is the
and
kingdom,
the power,
and the power,
and the glory,
and the glory,
forever.
forever.
So be it.
so be it.
This is the Hakat, or Hakat, which means the power. Yahweh,
Yahweh,
Bahasham,
Bahasham,
Yahweh Shah,
Yahweh Shah,
Babakushah,
Babakushah,
Nathan Lanaw,
Nathan Lanaw,
Hakat,
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 Lara Pa'ah,
Larapa'ah,
Call,
Call,
Makala,
Makala,
Wakal,
Wakal,
Madawak,
Madawak,
Hakat,
Hakat,
Latahar,
Latahar,
Hakat,
Hakat,
Matazariah,
Matazariah,
Hakat,
Hakat,
Laquaya,
Laquaya,
Hamathia,
Hamathia,
Hakat,
Hakat,
Isle,
Isle,
Rakuat,
Rakuat,
Hatama Allah,
Hatama,
Lagarashan,
Garashan,
Ba'asham,
Ba'asham,
Yahweh Shai,
Yahweh Shai,
Owada,
Owada,
Amen.
Amen.
In English, Yahweh,
Yahweh,
in the name of Yahweh Shai,
in the name of Yahweh Shai,
please,
please
give us the power,
give us the power,
power to heal,
the power to heal
all manner of sickness,
in all manner of
and
sickness,
all manner of disease,
in all manner of
the
disease,
power to cleanse the leper,
the power to cleanse the leper,
the power to raise the dead,
the power to raise the dead,
the power against unclean spirits,
the power against unclean spirits,
to cast them out,
to cast them out.
in the name of Yahweh Shai.
In the name of Yahweh Shai.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So be it.
So be it.
Blessings. Barakatah Yahweh.
Barakatah Yahweh.
Wa Yahweh Shai.
Wa Yahweh Shai.
Wa Mayaka'ala.
Wa Mayaka'ala.
Wa Al-Hayim.
Wa Al-Hayim.
Matazab Ya'ah.
Matazab Ya'ah.
Alawak Yahana.
Alawak Yahana.
Ha-Alawakyum.
Alawak.
Ha-Saranyum.
Ha-Saranyum.
Ha-Kwatazayanyum.
Ha-Kwatazayanyum.
Ha-Kayayoyum.
Ha-Kayayoyum.
Wa-Ha'akwatyan.
Wa-Ha'akwatyan.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Bahasham.
Bahasham.
Yahweh Shai.
Yahweh Shai.
The water.
The water.
Amen.
Amen.
And when we said it in English, bless you, Yahweh.
Bless you, Yahweh.
And Yahweh Shai.
And Yahweh Shai.
And Michael.
And Michael.
And the angels.
And the angels.
Commanding General Yana.
And Commanding General
The
Yana.
generals.
And generals.
The captains.
The captains.
The officers.
The officers.
The troopers.
The troopers.
And the sisters.
And the sisters.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
In the name of Yahweh Shai.
In the name of Yahweh Shai.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So be it.
So be it.
Psalms 121. Asha'ah,
Asha'ah,
Ayanya,
Ayanya,
Ahayim,
Ahayim,
Mayan,
Mayan,
Yaba'ah,
Yaba'ah,
Isaiah,
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 Ma'ayin,
Ma'ayin,
Yahweh,
Yahweh,
Aisha,
Aisha,
Shemayim,
Shemayim,
Barakazah,
Barakazah,
Ayuthan,
Ayuthan,
Lamawat,
Lamawat,
Galka,
Galka,
Al,
Al,
Yanawam, Shemarka,
Shemarka,
Yana,
Yana,
La'ah,
La'ah,
Yanawam,
Yanawam,
Wala'ah,
Wala'ah,
Kayashan,
Kayashan,
Shawamar,
Shawamar,
Yasharallah,
Yasharallah,
Yahweh,
Yahweh,
Shamarka,
Shamarka,
Yahweh,
Yahweh,
Shazalka,
Shazalka,
Al-Yad,
Al-Yad,
Yimyinka,
Yimyinka,
Yawamam,
Yawamam,
Hashamash,
Hashamash,
La'ah,
La'ah,
Yakaka,
Yakaka,
Wayarach,
Wayarach,
Walayallah,
Walayallah,
Yahweh,
Yahweh,
Yashamarka,
Yashamarka,
Nepal,
Nepal,
Rai,
Rai,
Yashamar,
Yashamar,
Napashka,
Ashapashka,
Yahweh,
Yahweh,
Yashamar,
Yashamar,
Taza'aka,
Taza'aka,
Wa'aka,
Wa'aka,
Ma'aita,
Ma'aita,
Wa'aid,
Wa'ai,
I will learn.
I will love.
In English, I will lift up my eyes unto the hills.
I will lift up my eyes unto the hills.
From whence cometh my help?
From whence cometh my help?
My help cometh from the Lord.
My help cometh from the Lord,
Which made heaven and earth.
which made heaven and earth.
He will not suffer thy foot to be moved.
He will not suffer thy foot to be moved.
He that keepeth thee will not slumber.
He that keepeth thee will not slumber.
Behold,
Behold,
he that keepeth Israel
he that keepeth Israel
shall neither slumber nor sleep.
shall never slumber nor sleep.
The Lord is thy keeper.
The Lord is thy keeper.
The Lord is thy shade
The Lord is thy shade
upon thy right hand.
upon thy right
The
hand.
sun shall not smite thee by day,
The sun shall not smite thee by day,
nor the moon by night.
nor the moon by night.
The Lord shall preserve thee
The Lord shall preserve thee
from all evil.
from all evil.
He shall preserve thy soul.
He shall preserve thy
The
soul.
Lord shall preserve thy going out
He shall preserve thy going out
and thy coming in
and thy going in
from this time forth
from this time forth
and even forevermore.
and even forevermore.
Psalms 83. Alahayim,
Alahayim,
all,
all,
Ramaya Lakah,
Ramaya Lakah,
all,
all,
Aparash,
Akarash,
all,
all,
Ashikwat,
Ashikwat,
all,
all,
Paya,
Haya,
Hana,
Hana,
Awayibika,
Awayibika,
Nehemiah
Akarash,
Ra'ash,
Ra'ash,
Ayel,
Ayel,
Ayabaka,
Ayabaka,
Ayirmwa,
Ayirmwa,
Sawada,
Sawada,
Wayata,
Wayata,
Yaitazawa,
Yaitazawa,
Ayel,
Ayel,
Tazapawanyaka,
Tazapawanyaka,
Amarwa,
Amarwa,
Lakawa,
Lakawa,
Malakakidam,
Alakakim,
Regalia,
Regalia,
Wala'a,
Wala'a,
Yazakar,
Yazakar,
Sham,
Sham,
Yasharala,
Asherah,
Iwada,
Iwada,
Kaya,
Kaya,
Noah Aitazawa,
Noah Aitazawa,
Laba,
Rabba,
Yakadwa,
Lakadwa,
Al-Yaka,
Alaka,
Warya,
Warya,
Karathwa,
Karathwa,
Alaya,
Alaya,
Adawam,
Adawam,
Wa,
Wa,
Yashma'aliam,
Yashma'aliam,
Mawa'aba,
Awa'aba,
Wahagariam,
Awagariam,
Gabal,
Gabal,
Waimawan,
Waimawan,
Waimalak,
Waimalak,
Palasha,
Palasha,
Ayashabia,
Ayashabia,
Tazawar,
Tazawar,
Gum,
Gum,
Ashawar,
Ashawar,
Nalawa,
Walawa,
Aiman,
Aiman,
Ayawa,
Ayawa,
Zawai,
Ayawa,
Lapanya,
Lapanya,
Lawat,
Lawat,
Salah,
Salah,
Aishalaham,
Aishalaham,
Hamadyan,
Hamadyan,
Kasaya,
Kasaya,
Sarah,
Sarah,
Hayabyan,
Hayabyan,
Manakal,
Manakal,
Wayashwan,
Kayashwan,
Nashamadwa,
Yashamadwa,
Bayan,
Bayan,
Dara,
Dara,
Iowa,
Iowa,
Laman,
Iowa,
Ladama,
Ladama,
Shayatumwa,
Shayatumwa,
Nada,
Nada,
Yapawa,
Yapawa,
Kaira,
Kaira,
Kazaba,
Kazaba,
Kazabat,
Kazaba,
Katazalmanai,
Kazalmanai,
Call,
Call,
Asayakamwa,
Asayakuma,
Ashar,
Ashar,
Marwa,
Marwa,
Nairasha,
Nairasha,
Lanawa,
Lanawa,
Nawa,
Nawa,
Alahayim,
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 Shayathumwa,
Shayathumwa,
Gogala,
Gogala,
Kwash,
Kwash,
Lapunya,
Lapanya,
Ka,
Ka,
Paradakma,
Aradakma,
Basa Irika,
Basa,
Wabasa,
Wabasa,
Wapatka,
Wapaka,
the Bahalam,
Bahalam,
Mala'ah,
Mala'ah,
Punyaham,
Punyaham,
Polawan,
Polawan,
Waya,
Waya,
Wakwashwa,
Wakwashwa,
Shamka,
Shamka,
Yahweh,
Yahweh,
Yabashwa,
Yabashwa,
Waya,
Waya,
Wahalwa,
Wahalwa,
Adyaai,
Adyaai,
Waya,
Waya,
Kaparwa,
Kaparwa,
Waya,
Waya,
Abadwa,
Abadwa,
Waya,
Waya,
Yaiwa,
Yaiwa,
Waya,
Waya,
Atha,
Atha,
Shamka,
Shamka,
Yahweh,
Yahweh,
Vodka,
Vodka,
Iowan,
Iowan,
Isle,
Isle,
Paul,
Barakah.
Alright, in English. Keep not thy silence, O God.
Keep not thy silence, O
And
God.
hold not thy peace.
Hold not thy
And
peace.
be not still, O God.
And be not still, my God.
It's like, and be not still, O God.
And be not still, O God.
For lo,
For lo,
thine enemies make a tumult.
for thine enemies make a tumult.
And they that hate thee
And they that hate thee
have lifted up the head.
have lifted up the
They
head.
have taken crafty counsel
They have taken crafty counsel
against thy people.
against thy
And
people.
consulted
And consulted
against thy hidden one.
against thy hidden
They
one.
have said,
They have said,
Come,
Come,
and let us cut them off.
and let us cut them off
From being a nation.
from being a nation.
Let the name of Israel
Let the name of Israel
may be no more in remembrance.
make no more remembrance.
It's like, For they have said.
For they have said.
For they have consulted together.
For they have consulted together.
With one consent.
With one consent.
They are confederate against thee.
They are confederate against
The
thee.
tabernacles of Edom.
The tabernacles of Edom.
And the Ishmaelites.
And the Ishmaelites.
Of Moab.
And Moab.
And Agarim.
And Agarim.
Gabal.
And
Ammon. And Amalek.
And Amalek.
The Philistines.
And the Philistines.
With the inhabitants of Tyre.
And the inhabitants of Tyre.
Ashur also.
Ashur also.
Is joined with them.
And join with them.
They have hope in the children of Lot.
They have hope in the children of Lot.
Salah.
Salah.
Do unto them.
Do unto them.
As to the Midianites.
As to the
As
Midianites.
to Sisera.
As to Sisera.
As to Jabin.
As to
At
Jabin.
the brook of Kishon.
At the brook of Kishon.
Which perished at Endor.
Which perished at
Which
Endor.
became a dung for the earth.
Became a dung for the earth.
Make their nobles like a red.
Make their nobles like a red.
And like Zaid.
And like Zaid.
Yea.
Yea.
All their princes.
All their princes.
As Zabah.
As Zabah.
And as Zalmunna.
And as Zalmunna.
Who said, let us take to ourselves.
Let us take to ourselves.
The houses of God in possession.
The houses of God in possession.
Oh my God.
Oh my God.
Make them like a will.
Make them like a will.
As the stubble before the wind.
As they stubble before the wind.
As a fire burneth their wood.
As the fire burneth the wood.
And as the flame set up the mountains on fire.
And as the fire set up the mountains on fire.
So persecute them.
So persecute them.
With thy tempest.
With thy tempest.
And make them afraid.
And make them afraid.
With thy storm.
With thy storm.
Fill their faces with shame.
Fill their faces with shame.
That they may seek thy name, O Lord.
That they might seek thy name, O Lord.
Let them be confounded.
Let them be confounded.
And troubled forever.
And troubled forever.
Yea.
Yea.
Let them be put to shame.
Let them be put to shame.
And perish.
And perish.
That men may know.
That men may know.
That thou, whose name alone, is Yahweh, art the Most High, over all the earth.
Over all the earth.
Sar, face me. Alright, Sar. Can we cover this back up real quick? All right. With that, you gotta just press finish. All right. That you may be seated.